There's nothing scarier and chilling than seeing someone's last moment before death. That's why today we're going to be taking a look at 10 chilling photos of WWE wrestlers just before death. Now some of them are screenshots from videos, but the story behind each of these photos will probably shiver your spine. Anyways, enjoy the video. This picture was reportedly taken at Benoit's psychologist's office on June 22, 2007, which was the very same day that he allegedly killed his wife Nancy. Now I'm not sticking on any side, it's just you can't believe everything you hear on the media. Anyways, from looking at this picture, everything seems fine and normal, and you'd never think that the man shown here would later on murder his wife on the same day and then proceed to kill his son and himself over the next following days. Now although some say that the picture was taken a few days before the horrible events took place, it's still crazy to think that this was the last ever photo of Chris Benoit. This picture here is from Brody's last televised match battling longtime rival Abdullah the Butcher just 3 days before he was stabbed. On July 16, 1988, Brody was set to battle Dan Spivey or Spivey, I'm not sure, in Puerto Rico. Before the match, Super Invader 1 took Frank aka Bruiser Brody to the showers to talk business. It was there that Gonzalez aka Invader 1 stabbed Brody with a knife that he was hiding under a towel. Soon after, Brody was announced dead a day later, but since then, Gonzalez has not been convicted of Frank's killing due to the weak legal system that was in Puerto Rico, but those present that day like Tony Atlas knows what happened and says otherwise. This again was taken via video, but it's still mental to think of how healthy and happy Chyna looked in this video, which was posted onto her YouTube channel on April 17, 2016, just days before she would be pronounced dead on April 20th at the age of 46 due to a combination of painkillers in the lead up to her death. 1999's Over the Edge pay-per-view was one of the darkest days in the wrestling business. For those not familiar with May 23, 1999, that was the day that Owen Hart died in due to falling to his death from the rafters. The photo here was the very last time we would see Owen Hart alive and well, which was taken while he was given his pre-match interview before he would have to face the Godfather for the Intercontinental Championship, but unfortunately that would never happen. This wasn't really a photo taken of Mr. Perfect since, again, like I said in the beginning, some of these are going to be videos just like this, but it's still sad to see that this was one of the last time we would ever see Mr. Perfect on TV. This match against David Flair was taken on January 8, 2003, but not soon after would we hear the passing of Mr. Perfect just a month later on February 10, 2003, at the age of 44 due to an overdose of cocaine as well as taking painkillers and steroids in the lead up to his death. This creepy last image of the late Roddy Piper shows him in a horror thriller called The Chair, which was completed during the final months of Piper's life and was released soon after his passing. Now although he sadly passed away on July 31, 2015 during his sleep, you have to give the man some respect and credit, especially since he never took a break from the entertainment business even months before his passing. What's chilling about this last photo of Macho Man Randy Savage is that after decades of living the wrestling lifestyle, he finally felt normal and happy for once in his life. The photo shown here is from Randy's last Thanksgiving with him pictured alongside his brother Lanny Poffo. I hope that's how you say it. Also, Randy spent his time doing the everyday things he wasn't able to do over the years, small things like taking his mother for breakfast or taking his family to appointments. He would sadly pass away just months later at the age of 58 due to a heart attack while driving with his wife. There were many similar photos taken from this court date, but the picture here is one of the last ever taken of Jimmy Snuka, and it was taken during one of his court appearances. He sadly passed away just this year in January of 2017. Now again, I'm not here to choose a side and defend him nor bash him, because just like Benoit, he changed the style of wrestling and is going to be remembered as one of the big names in the wrestling industry. Now why he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame and Benoit hasn't is just mind-boggling, but really just shows of how much bias WWE is with their employees, especially considering it was Vince who hid Jimmy Snuka's case for all those years until he was arrested and charged with third-degree murder just recently in 2015 after reopening the case. This photo here was taken just hours before the Ultimate Warrior would pass away. This was taken by a fan at the New Orleans airport in the morning before we would sadly hear that he had passed away just hours later from a heart attack while walking to his car with his wife. Andre the Giant being 7 foot 4 inches tall and weighing in at nearly 520 pounds, it was obviously hard for the Giant to carry that amount of weight every single day for the rest of his life. People his size tend to not make it in the long run, thus unfortunately causing them to pass away at a quite young age. This photo of Andre the Giant was taken when he appeared at WCW's Clash of Champions 20th show in September of 1992. He would sadly pass away months later in Paris during his sleep from heart failure on January 27, 1993.